はい、皆さん、こんばんは。聞こえますか？聞こえてるかな？はい、皆さん、こんばんは。Thank you for coming to my live lesson today. はい、こんばんは。嬉しい。Okay, so today we are going to talk about how to memorize kanji by creating kanji story.So you are going to learn 1から12, 12 kanji today. At the end of the lesson, you will memorize kanji and kanji meaning. Yay! By creating kanji story in a fun way. I'll show you how. The reason why I came up with this idea is when you start, こんにちは. When you start learning kanji,You start kanji like this, which is mountain, yama. And when you start learning kanji, the easy one, like N5 level, the first 80 kanji, those kanji are created by the nature or looking at the picture. So for example, this one is actually came from the actual mountain and this means mountain. So those kanji are easy to memorize. These are called pictograph. Pictograph, okay? So pictograph is very good when you start learning kanji, but the truth is the pictograph is only 12% of all the kanji that you learn when you are looking at the N1, N2 level. So pictograph is only 12% of the kanji. Rest of it, you can't really use this method to memorize that remembering kanji. But today, I'm going to show you how you can use this pictograph idea into the complex kanji, like 300 kanji. Kanji gets too complicated. Too many lines, too many lines, different shapes, similar shapes. So it's hard to memorize. But today I'll show you how you can make it fun to memorize. Okay? Before we start, there are 4 steps when you remembering kanji. These are these steps. Step 1, shape and meaning. So kanji, shape and meaning. Then step 2, you go to the sound, which is kun, reading, and on reading. Then you go to the word with kanji. Then you have to recall over and over again. Right? Those are the steps that you can fully 100% memorize kanji. Today, we are going to focusing on the step 1 because step 1 is very, very important. You know the sounds, you know the word, but if you don't know the shape and meanings, you cannot recognize the kanji. And if you know the shape and meaning, even though you cannot recognize the word or the sound, you recognize the shape, you know the meaning, you can actually guess the sentence. And when you find the kanji in the sentence, you know the shape and meaning, you can still guess what it says. That's why today we are going to focusing on the shape and meaning. Okay. それでは始めましょう。よろしくお願いします。almost forgot. So at the end of the lesson, I have present for you. I will give you that after the lesson. Okay? Alright. So the first kanji is this. これは何ですか? This means to think. To think. So how can we create the kanji story out of this? When you really look at it, I start to see people's face. So これは目, eyes, and then this is like a face line, and then the hair here, and then she is wearing the thinking hat. thinking hat. So every time you look at this kanji, oh, this is the face and then the thinking hat, because this kanji means to think, to think. 思う, 思う. So this is the first kanji. 思う, 思う. 思う. Okay? Next kanji is this one. これは何ですか? This kanji means a little or a few. Quantity is little. It's not the size, it's a quantity is little or few. This means few, little, and then the sound is 少ない, 少ない. Okay? When you look at this kanji, now I see the face. You have the nose, hana, and then me, right? And then this is the mouth. It's like, not happy because I get a little, the person is not happy face, not satisfied because I get little, 少し, 少し. That's the story out of this kanji. A few, 少ない, 少ない. Next one is this. この漢字は何ですか? This kanji means to write something. When you look at this kanji, what do you see? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 lines. 5 lines, it's like 5 fingers, holding the pen and try to write kanji, nichi. Right? So I'm creating the story of this. So 5 fingers, holding the pen, try to write kanji, kaku, kaku. So this means kaku, to write, to write. Okay? Okay. Next one. この漢字は何ですか? この漢字の意味は to live, to live. 住む、住んでいます。住んでいます。So how can we create the story out of this kanji? When I look at this kanji, do you know this mean? This means person, 人. Person, 人, 人. And then here, this part, when I look at this shape, I start to see, oh, this is the 2 stories apartment. Like that. So, person is living in the apartment. This kanji means to live. So the person living in the apartment, to live, to live. 住んで、そうそうそう、住んでいます、住んでいます。Okay? 住んでいます。Alright, we are already done with 4 kanji. Let's review already. これは a lady wearing a thinking hat to think. 思う The sad face with so the sad face with oh I got so little so it's not happy little 少ない少ない and then this one holding 5 finger holding the pen to write 書く and then this one the person living in the apartment to live 住む okay good now people start to Remembering ね。Good, good, good. 書きます。書きます。Alright, move on to the next four. What is this kanji? This kanji means house. House. 家. 家. Okay, so this starts to get too complicated here, right? But how can we remember the shape by creating the kanji story? When I look at this, this is like a roof on top of the house, flat roof. Actually, we call it, came from the katakana u, like squash, like so that's we call it u. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people living or sleeping in the house. 家. So that's how you remember. You have the rooftop, flat roof, U shape, and 7 people living in the house. 家. Okay, so that's 家. Next one, right? Next one. これは何ですか? これは to read. So how can we remember this complicated kanji? Alright, I'll show you. So this kanji made of 2 parts. So this part, when I see this, it's like bookshelves. So it's got a lot of books. So let's say this looks like a bookshelves, tana. And then here, this part, I see this shape as in like the girl is so happy to read. There is a bookshelf. The girl is so happy to read the book. This kanji means to read. 読む. そうです。読む. 読みます. 読む. So that's how you remember. 読む. Alright, number 7. これは何ですか? これは a car. 車 car. So when you look at this kanji closely, like imaginally you have 4 tires here, like tires, wheels, and then now it starts looking like a car, like boop, 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 boop. So this is how you remember. This one is a car. 車. Okay. いいね. 車. The first one, これは何ですか? これは to exit. The meaning is to exit. 出る. How can we remember this kanji? A lot of people say, oh, sensei, that's 2 yamas. It's not 2 yamas. It doesn't mean anything if you think that 2 yamas. This means exit. So how can we remember this? So it's not 2 yamas. This is how you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. When I look at this kanji, it's like right? So when you look at this kanji, oh, this is the exit map, the subway or the big building. So this kanji means to exit. 出る. Because it looks like an exit map. That's how you memorize. All right, let's recap. This one means flat rooftop, 7 people living in the house. そうです、そうです。house, 家。Remember this? The bookshelves. That's like, oh my god, I'm so happy to read. You know the happy leg here? 読む、to read. And this one, remember, it's like a it's a car, 車. And then this one, exit, to exit, 出る. Okay? So, last fours. Alright. これは何ですか? This kanji means high, or too expensive. When you think about when you buy something too expensive, or the height is 高い. So, high, 高い. The sound is 高い. So how can we remember this kanji by creating the story? When I look at this kanji, so you have something on top and you are trying to get that thing by stacking a box over box inside a box to get higher so that you can get this thing. That's why it's high. Try to get something at higher thing. High, 高い. That's how you remember. So it's like a box over box and box to get higher. 高い. So 高い. Next one is これです. This means sick. Okay, so how can we remember this kanji? By creating the story like this. So this part calls radical. Radical indicates something related to this kanji's meaning. Correct. So this kanji radical means sick. And I see the bed frame. You have the blanket over, and then the person is sleeping because she is sick. 病気の病です。そうです。So how you remember the shape? This is the sick, the radical meaning sick, and then the bed frame, blanket over, and then person is sleeping because she is sick. 病気の病 or 病と言います。Alright. So, 高い病気. The last two is compound kanji. これです。This means work or job. 仕事. Okay, so how can we memorize this kanji all together using creating the kanji story? When I look at this, so you remember this symbol, right? This symbol means person. So it's like a person. And this looks like a tall desk, standing desk. You can actually walk on the computer by standing. So that's standing desk, she. And then goto. It's like you have a lot of paperwork, a lot of books stacking, and then you will just stab with the needle to get all the things in one place. So it's like you are walking to try to get all the paperwork done. Means work. Or your jobs to do means 仕事. That's complete 12 kanji by creating the story. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you the flashcard to see how much you remember, okay? How much you remember. So I'm going to show you the kanji like this. Before I say the meaning of the kanji, if you get it right, I want you to comment maru, which is o. Or if you can read it, if you can remember the kanji meaning, please type o. If you can't or you couldn't remember, you couldn't recall, give me X, batsu, so that I know how much you remember in this 20 minutes, within 12 kanji in 20 minutes. See how this method works. Are you ready? Understand or not? Okay. これは何ですか？これは、はい、高い、高い。ああ、いいね。Good, good, good. Alright. これは何ですか？これは The person is thinking head, wearing thinking head. 思う、思う to think. おー、いいね、いいね。Good, good, good. これは何ですか？ It's in the bed frame, blanket. Person is sleeping because she is sick. Sick. 病気の病。そうそうそう。Good, good, good. Okay. これは何ですか？ You think imaginary wheels here and then boo boo. It's a car. Car. 車. Kuruma. Okay, good, good. So many maru I hear, I see. これは何ですか？ 5 fingers holding the pen. Try to write. 書く. 書く. Oh, good, good, good. Everyone remembers. Yeah, see the imagine. 書く. Alright. What about this? これは何ですか? You think about this is the underground map to show you where the exit is. 出る, 出る to exit. 出る, 出る. Good, good, good. これは何ですか? The person, it looks like living in the 2-story apartment. The person is living in the 2-story apartment. 住む、住む、住みます、住みます。Good! いいね、いいね。Oh, everybody remembers. Good, good, good. 住む。これは何ですか？これは remember the face, sad face with like a little, a few, because you get a little. That's why you look sad face. 少ない、少ない。そうです、少ないです。Good, good, good. Okay. 少し。そうだね。You can say 少し. That's good too. そうです。少ない、少し。Good, good. A little. Next one. これは何ですか? Remember, this is the bookshelves, and here is the happy girl, like a happy leg, like, oh my god, I'm so happy to read. Read. そうです。読む。読む。読みます。読む。Alright. What about this one? There's a roof, flat roof, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people sleeping in the house. 家、家。そうです。This is 家、the house. 家。The last one, compound. これは何ですか？これは、remember this? The person working on the high desk tried to get all the paperwork done. 仕事、仕事。Okay, so this, good, good, good. Oh, everyone remembers. That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna do the one. What about this one? Do you remember this one? A person wearing the thinking head. 思う、思う. To think, to think. Alright, so today's topic is that how to memorize kanji by creating the kanji story out of each kanji. Because sometimes pictograph doesn't work, but you can be creative just like we did today. So I think you experienced, even though the complex kanji like N4 level, you can still make the creating the kanji story like this to memorize. And it's actually fun, right? So when you learn new kanji, try to use method just to be fun with the kanji so that, you can be friend with kanji instead of scary about the kanji. That was my, message for today. And then the present is I created the digital flashcard of these 12 kanji. It's a Quizlet. I used a Quizlet. So I'm going to share the Quizlet link underneath this video's info box. So you can click on it. You can create your Quizlet account. It's free. And then you have this flashcard ready for you. Because when you're remembering kanji, we did this part today. And then sound, I did a little bit of it, but the most important things, once you get it done, you need to do the recall step, which is, it doesn't have to be every day, but you can do it every other week, even every other month. Even though the easy kanji you tend to forget. So it's good to have the flashcard to do the recall, because flashcard doesn't take long time. It probably 1 to 5 minutes on top. Okay. All right. Thank you for coming. ありがとうございます. I'm so happy to share this, the method with you. I have Instagram account. If you don't know, please find me here and then follow me. I will post the next lesson information on my Instagram. I'm thinking doing the kanji again, but different method. Remember, the pictograph doesn't work. Sometimes these doesn't work either. So I want to show you another 2 method you can do so that, you can use each kanji while you're learning, because kanji is a long way journey. I know that. So it's good to see you guys here. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's good. That's all for today, and I hope to see you next live lesson. 今日は来てくれてありがとうございました。また次のレッスンで会いましょう。またね。ありがとう。Thank you so much. Alright. Bye.